Right after this was all talked about, we got the news before the Flash even came out that the director for the Flash, Andy Muschietti, apparently is going to also be connected to Batman Brave and the Bold. And that's right, he is going to be now officially. It was teased at first and rumored, but now WB has officially said that they are going to have Andy Muschietti direct Brave and the Bold and direct the new Batman film. Peter Gunn and Safran ended up saying this about The Flash. It's a magnificent film, funny, emotional, thrilling, and Andy's affinity and passion for these characters and this world just resonates through every frame. So, when it came to find a director for The Brave and the Bold, there was really only one choice. Luckily, Andy said yes. Barbara signed on to produce with us, and we were on our way. They're an extraordinary team, and we couldn't have better or more inspiring partners as we embark on this thrilling new adventure in the DCU. And of course, this also says that it is going to exist outside of Robert Pattinson's Batman movies. So they said here that they couldn't find nobody else. He was the number one choice, sir. Once again, that's cap. Stop it. Listen, everything that I just told you previously is just one, that VFX nonsense of we did that intentionally. That's a director's decision that they made, right? I had other issues with decision making from Andy Muschietti that, in my opinion, would not make him my top choice for Batman Brave and the Bold. Now, first and foremost, let me just say, a Batman property is going to be your bread and butter as your franchise, okay? Superman, yeah, that's the face, but the heart and soul, that's going to be Batman. Batman's going to be whether or not you make or break your franchise moving forward, okay? That's your real moneymaker. People will go watch Superman. They'll go watch Wonder Woman. But the real intrigue is Batman. There's a reason why they threw Batman into the Flash. You think that was a coincidence? It was not. It was not. They threw Batman into the Flash the same way they threw Mando into Boba Fett. Okay, Flash already, he almost got Boba Fetted by the GOAT, Michael Keaton. That's the whole thing. So, Batman is literally the driving force from a business perspective. From a box office perspective, Batman is a draw. Okay, that's what I'm talking about when I say he is the heart and soul when it comes to DC. And again, Superman is the face. But my issue with Andy Muschietti as being director is more so about him as a director. When you look at like a lot of the movies that he's done, he's been hit or miss, right? He directed the movie Mama. And Mama was a horror movie that I actually liked. I liked Mama, but the problem was the third act fell apart for me. The final scenes and all that stuff, as scary as the movie was in the beginning, as good as it was with the buildup, it just couldn't stick the landing. It couldn't stick the landing, in my opinion. Then he did It Chapter 1, which I really liked. I thought he did a fantastic job with It Chapter 1, but I also understand that in the story, the Stephen King book, that was also one of the more popular stories anyway. It Chapter 2, it wasn't as good. Let's just say it wasn't as good. So it was kind of like hit or miss right there. And then you have him with the Flash. And I think the Flash is going to be mixed. I don't know if Flash is going to be the box office hit that they believe that they want it to be. I think that there are going to be some people that love the Flash, and there are going to be some people that really just don't like it. Like, I think it's going to be just mixed reactions, which again has kind of been par for the course for DC for the past decade. There have been people that love Man of Steel and some that don't mess with it. I actually like Man of Steel. There's some people that hate Batman v Superman, and there are people that love it. You know, like it's not usually one of those things that's universal with them all the time. So for me, I'm just a little kind of iffy about, because like I said, Batman is one of your most recognizable characters. Batman was is a pivotal character in building the confidence of what the DCU is going to look like and what we can expect. Andy Muschietti is not the person I would have put at the top of my list. I mean, and part of me kind of feels as though James Gunn just, buddy with him, has a real good time with, and that's fine. That's one director to another. I get that. But I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, I don't think I would put the fate, and I do believe this is the case, I wouldn't put the fate of DC in the hands of Andy Muschietti, because if that Batman film don't do well, that's going to be a problem. Now, I'm not going to say he's an automatic miss. There's a very good possibility that Andy Muschietti could step in, do Batman Brave and Bold, and knock it out the park. There's a good chance about that. But what I've seen him do in this past movie, it gives me trepidation. It makes me weary on that, because there were issues I had with his decision-making in terms of the pacing of The Flash. There were certain things I was like, yo, you made the decision not to trim out some really good fat that could have been cut out of The Flash to tell a more effective story. I had some issues with the superficial fan service. In other words, the hey, look at this, don't you like this, but it really means nothing for the story. I had issues with that. I had issues with like his decision making in terms of how to utilize characters effectively. I thought he did a really good job in directing Barry, the main character, but the side characters, yikes, not very well executed. So again, I don't know how much of that is on Andy, but at the same time, you the director, the buck got to stop with you as well. And I do wonder, like, maybe things will be a little different because Peter Safran and James Gunn will be involved. Maybe they can help a little bit. I don't know. But no, Andy Muschietti would not be my very first choice to do this. And I'm gonna throw this last thing at y'all. What y'all gonna do if the Flash flops? If the Flash does not do very well, he's still gonna be y'all top choice? Y'all still gonna let that ride? Because to me, it just felt incredibly premature to go out your way before the movie even dropped to be like, oh, Andy's so great, we got to make him in charge of Batman. That sounds hella premature. Now, it would have been different if, let's say, The Flash did record numbers. The Flash knocked it out the park. The Flash was doing the damn thing. And then they was like, man, you see what Andy did? Boom, Andy's finna do this. Like, that would have made more sense to me to make that announcement. But if this movie does not perform, if this movie fails in the box office, I don't know how that's going to look to say, yeah, the guy that made our bad movie is going to take on one of our most popular characters. So I'm curious to see what happens with The Flash. Like I said, I'm pretty sure audiences will like it probably more than dislike it, but I don't know how that's going to translate to dollars. So that's going to be something. But once again, this isn't exciting news to hear that he's going to be directing it. Not to say that he's going to fail automatically, but yeah, this was a choice. Anyway, y'all let me know. How do you feel about Andy Muschietti taking over Batman Brave and the Bold? Do you think that, he's a good fit? If you have seen The Flash, if you've seen Mama, if you've seen It Chapter 1 and 2, based off of his work, does that give you some confidence? Either way, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.